Small business owners are some of the hardest hit people in Canada by the COVID-19 crisis. Many of you in my community have been asking for information about the supports that are available to you during this time. And over the weekend, Parliament did enact further measures to support small businesses. So my team in Calgary have put together a list of resources, including how to apply for some of the benefits across different jurisdictions of government. Have a watch. If you do have any further questions after watching this and you do live in my riding, don't hesitate to reach out. We're happy to assist you with any questions that you might have.
Hey, Team Rempel Garner here again. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, governments from all levels have announced programs and measures to support employees, employers, and small businesses. We've compiled a list of the programs announced and will provide links below so you can find more information. Some of these programs, like the work sharing, have an application process which we will walk you through. Work sharing is a program that helps employers and employees avoid layoffs when there is a temporary decrease in business activity beyond the control of the employer. The program provides EI benefits to eligible employees who agree to reduce their normal working hours and share the available work while their employee recovers. Work sharing is an agreement between employers, employees, and the Government of Canada. So to apply, first go to the link that we included in this video. Make sure you take the time to read about the eligibility for both employers and employees. Click on How to Apply. Here you'll see that the employer must submit two documents, the application for a work sharing agreement form and Attachment A, work sharing unit form. First, click on the first application. Click on the PDF link, which will then download it to your computer. Once it has downloaded to your computer, click on the download. This is what the application should look like. You must fill out this entire application. Once you've completed that application, go back to the work sharing page and click on Attachment A, because as mentioned, you need to complete both forms. Again, click on the PDF link and download this link to your computer. Once the download is complete, click on the download. This is what the Attachment A form should look like. Make sure you fill out this form. Once you've completed filling out both of those forms, send your application documents to the email address based on the area your business is located or where the maximum of participants are located. For more information on the work sharing program, employers across Canada may call the toll-free number, which we've included in this video. And Service Canada has also set up an inquiry unit for clients affected by COVID-19 that are seeking more information related to this program. We've also included this email in the video for you. Next, we'll talk about the small business wage subsidy. So this is a 75% wage subsidy for eligible employers for up to 12 weeks, which is retroactive to March 15th, 2020. Eligible employers include individuals, taxable corporations, not-for-profit organizations, and registered charities. These must have seen a drop of at least 15% in their revenue in March 2020 and 30% for the following months. To apply for this, you must go through your My Business portal. More time to pay income taxes. The federal government is allowing all businesses to defer until August 31st, 2020, the payment of any income tax amounts that become owing on or after March 18th and before September 2020. This relief would apply to tax balances due, as well as installments under Part 1 of the Income Tax Act. No interest or penalties will accumulate of these amounts during this period. Deferrals of sale tax remittance and custom duty payments. The federal government is allowing businesses, including the self-employed individuals, to defer until June 30th, 2020, payments of GST and HST, as well as custom duty owing on their imports. Any HST and GST payments that become owing from March 27th until the end of May can be deferred until the end of June. For GST and custom duty payments for imported goods, deferrals will include amounts owing on March, April, and May. The Business Credit Availability Program was created by the federal government to provide $40 billion of additional support through the Business Development Bank of Canada and Export Development Canada. These two entities are working with private sector lenders to coordinate on credit solutions for individual businesses. Canada Emergency Business Account. The new Canada Emergency Business Account will provide interest-free loans up to $40,000 to small businesses and not-for-profits to help cover operating costs during a period where their revenues have been temporarily reduced. To qualify, these organizations will need to demonstrate that they paid between $50,000 and $1 million in total payroll in 2019. These programs will be rolled out in mid-April, and interested businesses should work with their current financial institutions on this. The Canada Summer Jobs Program. The government announced changes to the Canada Summer Jobs Program to help small businesses hire and keep workers to help deliver essential services. These temporary changes to the program include an increase to the wage subsidy, so employers can now receive up to 100% of the provincial or territorial minimum hourly wage for each employee, extending the program to end in April 28, 2021, allowing employers to adapt their projects to help support essential services, and allowing employers to hire staff on a part-time basis. Canada Post Emergency Mail Forwarding. Emergency mail forwarding for businesses who need it is offered free of charge online as of April 3rd. Business customers who already purchased this service as of March 13th will be able to receive a refund by calling customer service. Next, we're going to go over some of the provincial supports and City of Calgary supports. Please visit the Alberta government and the City of Calgary websites linked below for more details on eligibility. Alberta corporate income tax changes. The Alberta government announced that Alberta corporate income tax balances and installment payments due between March 18th and August 31st are deferred until August 31st, 2020. In addition, due dates for the filing of corporate income tax returns after March 18th and before June 1st will be deferred until June 1st, 2020. Alberta education property tax deferral. The Alberta government announced that the education property tax rates will be frozen at last year's levels. Collection of non-residential education property tax for businesses will be deferred for 6 months, and deferred amounts will be repaid in future tax years. Alberta worker compensation premium payment deferrals. The Alberta government announced small, medium, and large private sector employers can defer WCB premium payments until 2021. For small and medium businesses, the government will cover 50% of the 2020 premium when it is due in 2021. Employers who have already paid their premium in 2020 are eligible for a rebate and/or credit. Alberta utility payment deferral. Albertans who are experiencing financial hardship directly related to COVID-19 pandemic can work with their utility company to defer electricity and natural gas bills until June 19th, 2020, without any late fees or any interest payments. In addition, no Albertan can be cut off from these services or see their services reduced during this period. To arrange for a deferral or repayment plan, you need to contact your provider directly. City of Calgary payment extension. The City of Calgary approved extending the tax payment deadline from June 30th to September 30th without any payment penalties. We really hope this video was helpful for you. Please note that the information is changing daily, so be sure to check the government links that we've included regularly for the most up-to-date resources available. Also, always be sure to check eligibility and compliance information very carefully. If you live in Michelle's riding and have any feedback, questions, or concerns, you can contact our office via email at michelle.rempel@parle.gc.ca. And if you aren't in Michelle's riding, we direct you to please contact your local MP. Thank you.
Even after listening to this video, I know that if you're a small business owner, you might have questions on how to apply for these programs, or you might find yourself ineligible or have questions on some of the program design. In fact, I've heard from many of you in my community in Calgary that the program design is flawed in certain ways. So there are certain measures that we have asked the Liberal government to undertake to change the program design. And I just want to let you know what those are in terms of some of the issues that might be affecting you that we have actually made a formal ask to the government about. And those are: give small businesses back the GST that was remitted to the government in the last year so that small businesses have the cash to pay their employees until the wage subsidy arrives. And I know I've heard from many of you complaints about the slow rollout of this program. Again, it was just approved in Parliament this following Saturday. So we have asked for that stopgap measure, and we've been pushing hard for it. We've also asked to temporarily allow owner-operators to become wage-earning employees instead of dividend recipients, so that small businesses qualify for the wage subsidy. Lift the $40,000 limit on government-backed interest-free Canada emergency business account, and that banks and credit unions are now delivering so that businesses can borrow the wage subsidy now and pay it back once the Canada Revenue Agency finally deposits it in their bank accounts in 4 weeks. So again, this is a way just to get that cash into small business owners' pockets as quickly as possible, understanding that some of the delays that are being seen are unacceptable. And we also did see some success in changes that we've called for in the past that have happened since one of my last updates to you on this issue. First of all, many of you complained about the fact, and rightly so, that credit unions weren't allowed to deliver the Canada Emergency Business Account. That is now allowed, and we did call for this change. Businesses are allowed to demonstrate their 30% revenue loss using other metrics such as loss of earnings, subscriptions, and orders. So I know that that's not an exhaustive list of issues, but we are working hard to ensure that your feedback is reflected in changes to these programs. So if you're in my riding and there's something that I haven't talked about here, or there's an issue that you're encountering, please don't hesitate to email my office or call my office. Visit my website. All my contact information is there, mprempel.ca. Once I know that those problems exist, that allows me to advocate on your behalf. And again, we are starting to see some changes, but we don't know what we need to fix unless you're reaching out to us. And I'm happy to be a partner with you in that regard. Don't hesitate to contact my office. We're here to help. Working hard for you. Have a great day.